My name is Stefano,
Hi, I'm Dylan.
and today we're going to talk about the improper and proper ways to execute the main compound lifts in weightlifting. This includes the bench, squat, and deadlift. Okay, guys, it's always important to remember you should always have a spotter with you when doing these movements, especially the main lifts, because usually you'd be under a lot of weight and serious harm could be caused. So, while we're doing the chest press or bench press, as some people call it, there are two ways in which you can properly spot somebody. One is under the elbows, and two is with the wrist to help them stabilize their muscles. Next, we're going to move on to the two proper and improper forms of chest press. Okay. First, we can tell he is improperly lifting the weights because his shoulders are internally rotated. This is an unnatural movement for your body and can cause serious harm over time to the ligaments and your muscles. The way to correct this is he needs to drop his elbows. Okay, so when he goes down, his elbows are going down at almost a 70-degree angle. Why? This is a very natural movement for the body. There's no internal or outer rotation of the shoulder. Okay, the movement we just went over, chest press / bench press. Primary muscles used in that were your pectorals, and your secondary muscles were your triceps, core, and your shoulder stabilizers located in your delts. Now, we're going to move on to the infamous squat. Muscles utilized in this movement is your glutes, hamstrings, quads, and when you get put under some weight, you're going to feel your lower back, but there's no problem there. Next, we're going to discuss preference. Wherever the bar sits on your back does not matter. Some people prefer to have it higher on their back. Some people prefer to have it low on your back. Does not matter at all. Next, we're going to discuss stance. Basic squat stance is shoulder width apart. There are many variation squats. Some people prefer to go really wide, which is also called sumo squats, or a little bit closer to target more of your hamstrings. But for this demonstration, we're just going to go shoulder width apart. Next step, and this is the most important step, is you need to stay on the heel of your foot. I really stress this because many people get injured when they squat down and they're going up. They push on the ball of their feet instead of the heel, and that extension will cause injury to your knees. Next, we're gonna talk about spotting technique. There's no other way to put it. This movement's a little weird, but this is the safest way to conduct the spot for this movement. Okay, go ahead. Cup your hands, and you go down and up with the person. So for the final movement today, we're going to discuss my personal favorite movement, the deadlift. The main muscles incorporated into this routine includes your entire lower posterior chain, your glutes, hamstrings, quads, adductors, and your traps. Those are the main muscles used. Okay. Now, before my partner here demonstrates the improper form of this movement, it's important to note that there is no spotter for this movement. So it's very important that you leave your ego at the door and you use a weight that is comfortable for you. You do not want to overdo it. So first, we're going to note overhand underhand grip. Many of you may see this in the gym, but it's also important to note it is not good at all. You are more liable to tear a bicep on the hand where the palm is facing outwards. You're unevenly distributing the weight of the bar onto your arms. Next thing that needs to be duly noted is the rounding of the shoulders and the back. This can cause serious injury and will only disable you from hitting your lower back more, targeting the muscle more. Next thing we're going to note, his hands need to be outside of his knees and his knees need to be closer. And the reason to this is because right now he's literally mimicking a squat movement. And the point of the deadlift is to hit your lower back, not your legs. So now my partner is going to demonstrate proper form. First thing you're going to see, how he jumps up with his shoulders straight, back arched. Next we're going to note, legs are close and bar is extremely close to his body. This will assist in the straightening of his back. And now with his hands being on the outside of his legs, he's able to utilize more of his lower back instead of mimicking the squat, as previously stated.